Uh, Hi, good morning, and welcome to you all to this first webinar of mine called From Now On. I'll come upon that, but before we start, let's start with Ganesh Vandana. And so I'm going to chant Ganesh Vandana, which is Vakratunda Mahakaya. And I would request all of you to just close your eyes for that minute and just let us invoke Ganesha into this entire webinar. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Sama Prabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Yeah. So welcome all. So this is my first of the series, and today's theme is going to be Avahana and Visarjana, right? Um, Whatever I'm going to share with you, I believe you just be open and present to the entire thing. These are some of the things that have worked for me in the past, and I really want to share all of these things so that it helps you as well, and it can help you as well, right? So we just did we just recited Ganesh Vandana, and then we would like to go on the sankalpa for today. That's my personal sankalpa, which is I would like to be a vessel of ancient wisdom. Okay, which wherein I would like to share practical guidance to all. And also let's look at community sankalpa, which is specifically for this webinar and for the community that I'm looking to create. Uh, and then the sankalpa is may we receive the insights, the practical tools, and bring them to daily life, into daily life. And let's be practical, these implementable skills that we'll have. So let's close our eyes for a minute and just let this sankalpa also sink in that we have just built for ourselves. Yeah. So, if you ask me why ancient wisdom, okay, and what's so special about ancient wisdom? Now, I was studying various Vedas, texts, books, and a lot of other manuals, and what I saw was that there are so many things out there already, and we fail to practice those things. However, if we are able to get those wisdom, get those ancient texts or practical tools into our daily life, then our life would be so different. It will be so effortless, so easy for all of us to go through that kind of a life. You won't believe the kind of wisdom that I have seen and I've implemented myself. So all of these techniques that I'm going to talk about in the series, which is like every Wednesday, all of these tools or techniques, I have implemented them myself, and only them I'm going to share them with you, right? Now, so this is one important thing that I just wanted to highlight. Now, these practical tools will be not something out of the box that you need so much of time to implement. Uh, Dhyan, meditation could be some of those things for which you might take time. But other than that, there are these, like today, whatever I'm going to discuss, it won't even take 10 seconds or 15 seconds of your time if you do it really nicely. And it's just that. And believe me, if you keep on doing this for the next few days, and I'm planning to also follow up with people who are attending this webinar as well as in my circle. I'm going to follow up with them whether they are practicing this. So I'm going to send some regular reminders, and so that it goes in your blood, it goes in your DNA that you have to do this, and you only will start seeing the beautiful results that it gets. Okay, whatever I say here will be still a hearsay for you, but when you implement it yourself, you will see that, oh, it's so simple for me to implement these things, right? Now, these teachings are deeply relevant now, being Kali Yuga, being the stressful life that we're living. And I'm talking about the stressful life because of mobile, right? We are living such a stressful life right now that it really is very important for us to practically implement these techniques, right? And why from now on? I had started a series from now on around April 2016. And the point there was whatever I was implementing, whatever I was doing things, I wanted to share it with the world. And it was a LinkedIn blog, which then later became a book after I wrote 52 weeks of those. And the idea was, okay, at least from now on, start implementing these things. I mean, it was not mandatory for you to implement, but the idea was ki just suggesting you, okay, from now on, just try this out. And if you are able to try this out from now on, maybe you will start seeing the difference that it makes to your life. And that's the entire idea. It is saying, okay, just start. Let it be an immediate actionable change that is there in your life, right? And what happens is once you start believing, once you start seeing the results that you are getting out of it, then you will start also living them practically, right? And that's my entire idea. Now let's come to today's wisdom, or the wisdom that I wanted to share. And by all practical means, or by all means, I do not want to take ownership of any of those things that I'm going to share. These are some of the things that have been written already. These are some of the things that we are also practicing in a way. However, we are not practicing them consciously. So my only effort here right now is to make it consciously available for you, right? And making those effort that you are reminded about this entire thing. And the moment you get reminded, you keep on doing it, it goes in your DNA, you'll start the results, right? So let's look at the first wisdom that we are going to share today, which is Avahana. Avahana in Hindi means invocation or invitation. And the idea is to invite or invoke the divine or the higher energy whenever we are starting a new work. Now, why invoke? Various reasons, because it makes that entire routine, okay, even if you're say, brushing your teeth, or you're going to office, commuting, or you're working, it makes that entire routine sacred, because if Ganesha is there, then you know he's there with you. And it's so relieving when you know that somebody like Ganesha is there with you. It becomes so relieving, and so nice to know that Hanumanji is there with you when you're doing that. I have a practical example when for example, like a sports example, like I play badminton every morning. So I make sure that I call PV Sindhu when I play badminton. And then the shots that I play, or at least that PV Sindhu is there and watching me, and I just play along with her. And I'm sure she's watching there, and she's also probably helping me out with some of those shots. So these are the kind of things that I'm implementing, and it really helps improve the game as well, right? So it invokes the divine. It's about inviting the divine. It's about the auspicious presence of the presence before any ritual or practice. Okay, you are just inviting their presence. It makes the routine sacred. It aligns the intention. Like so, suddenly we know when we have invited someone. It is said that if you are working alone, you can work the way you want to. But if somebody is watching you as you work, okay, suddenly you become aware, and the effort that you put or the things that you say or do are different. Okay, it has been proved scientifically as well that when electrons were observed under a specific thing, they behave differently vis-a-vis when they were not observed. So even observation or observance of an electron changes its path. It happens with us as well. If somebody is observing us when we are doing something, we behave in a certain way, right? And we are also then open to blessings. We are inviting the divine, so we are open to blessings, right? So it creates benefits are it creates sacred focus and awareness. It invites positive energy and blessings into the entire thing, and it centers and prepares the mind to do the work. And how it is done, very simple. We all know this. It has been also so. I started reciting Hanuman Chalisa in the last 6 months, and the very first few dohas of it talk about Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja निज मनु मुकुर सुधारी वर्णव रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायको फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार. So the idea is, even before starting the Chalisa, we are inviting the Lord, first Rama and then Hanuman, to bless us. Okay. Even what we are saying is, even the dust of your feet, even if I take it and I can clean up my soul and make it like the mirror that is worn out. So things like those are already there in Chalisa. Things like those are already there in our puja rituals, right? And I'm just saying, if you take work as a ritual, if you take driving as a ritual, if you take any household work as a ritual, then it's best to invite a god. If not Ganesha always, if you don't want to invite Ganesha, invite the particular deity or the particular expert in that household work, and you will see the work being different. So the way you do it is you begin the mantra, or you say a short saying, or you just maybe close your eyes and just say Om Namah Shivaya or Om Ganganapate Namah. There are Bij mantras for each of the deities, and just uh, be clear with what you want as you say that, right, from them. Okay, and just also identify the specific divine qualities that you would like to have. So this was shared with me with me by Guru Pashupati, that when you are holding your Guru in front of you, there are two things you need to have. First is you see a reflection of Guru, okay, over there, and secondly also reflect about the qualities that you want out of the Guru, right? So similarly, it is the same thing. The divine qualities that you require is what you reflect back upon, right? So we can do that. So that's what we did at the start of the session, that we invited Lord Ganesha into the this thing, and he is carrying this session over. I'm just maybe a medium who is just speaking with you. And as I told in the post as well, as I said in the post as well, it is very difficult for me to come out and talk about what I do in my everyday life. So this is one of the biggest challenges that probably I'm facing right now, is to come speak online like this, and share my thoughts with every one of you. Yeah. So the first part is the Avahana, and the second part is Visarjana, right? Or the release and the farewell. And so it is. So first, if it is about inviting the Lord, now we have to also close it properly, and that's where Visarjan comes into the picture, wherein we are officially releasing the God from his duties. If I can say that, or rather expressing our gratitude for his presence when we did, and thanking him for ritual, because maybe our ancient like the people wanted us to, I mean, they did that. They expressed gratefulness to the divine. They could not understand what energy it was, so they expressed divine gratefulness, and said thank you so much and stuff like that. Now we are told to say thank you. It was a normal procedure for our earlier people or ancient people to express Visarjana. We have Ganesh Visarjana, everybody knows about it. It also expresses that, it also teaches us rather graceful non-acceptance or non-attachment, sorry, graceful non-attachment and proper closure. So we are not attached to the goals, we are not attached to the results. It was all because of you, and I thank you so much for being there. And that is how it expresses itself, right? Visarjana. So you cultivate non-attachment to the work that you did. There is certain emotional maturity that comes in. You express your gratefulness. There is certain grace there, and there is a certain completion to the entire activity as such, right? So that happens. And it anchors gratitude and integration, like gratitude into our mind, right? So we automatically express gratefulness for everything that we do. Automatically, it happens, right? Um, so how do we do it? Again, silently pray at the end of it, saying in your mind, you can just say, thank you so much for your presence today. And thank you so much for allowing me to do this activity. And everything is yours and nothing is mine. Mine, idam mano, right? So everything that I'm offering here right now is all yours, and nothing is mine. Like what you say in Yagna, right? Om Ganeshaya Swaha, or Ganeshaya Swaha, idam Ganeshaya, idam Namah. It is not mine, all is yours, right? So you will not chant this entire exact verse, but you can always say Swaha, or surrendering everything that you do here right now to the divine or to him. So two things. So today's ancient wisdom talk spoke about two things. First is use Avahana whenever you start a new work, new activity, or day's activity rather. Whenever you travel, whenever you are doing some work, whenever a new project starts in, take that time for around 15-20 seconds of silence. Like what you do even when you get up in the morning and you pray, right? Just take that 15-20 seconds, pray to God that you are alive and you are there, and then just go for your morning chores. If you're traveling, just take that 2 minutes in your car, just be there and do the Avan, right? Also, remember to do Visarjana at the end of it. At the end of the day, express your gratitude to the divine that today's day was a great one. When you're traveling, just express gratitude that you reached your place with safe and secure. Um, when you are working, maybe just want to express gratitude to the project that you're doing, right? Now, be mindful of all of these activities that you do on your daily work, your community life, and you would see some great results, right? So with this, yeah, I know I was very fast. It's just 15 minutes, but maybe that was yeah. So so let's express silence. Let's express Visarjana right now. We'll close with silence and gratefulness. And before we go, I would also like to talk about that we will have this session every week, Wednesday at the same time around 11:30. And the recording will also be made available after that. So in case you just miss this up, you can also go on to the recording and watch the recording. I also have a private inner circle whom I call where I'm writing a book, and I'm inviting people over there. Uh, and I'm meeting them in the evening at around 6 p.m. Wherein that would be not a webinar but a Zoom call. So we could then speak specifically about things that are bothering us or that are somewhere challenging us or some great things that are happening in our life. So that's what I'm discussing with my inner circle in the evening. So in case you want to be a part of it, just write back to me and I will make you a part of it. Right. So thank you so much for attending and making this first session of mine a beautiful success. And thank you, God. Thank you, Divine, for being there. Let's be silent for a minute. Let's absorb in whatever we just learned. Let's express our gratitude to the Divine and then close this. Yeah. Thank you so much. Um, and let's get into silence right now. Yeah. Thank you so much and have a great day.